Meanwhile, in the press conference yesterday, the cabinet meeting, we had our requisite member of the cabinet who was in charge of fawning over President Trump that day to make him feel good, who got the short straw this week. Matt?
Well, it would be Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker.
Yes, it was Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker, whose job it was to make Donald Trump feel good. Take it away, Acting Attorney General Whitaker.
Sir, Mr. President, I will start by highlighting the fact that you stayed in Washington, D.C. over the holidays, giving up Christmas with your family, New Year's with your family, trying to bring an end to this shutdown and security to our southern border. While some members of Congress went on vacation and ignored the problem. You have demonstrated your dedication to delivering on this critical issue for our country and for the American people, but Congress has to act. They have to fund the wall. It is undeniable that a border wall improves the security of our southern border. A wall would reduce the flow of drugs, gangs like the violent MS-13, and criminals across our border, like you highlighted the brave officer who was a legal immigrant who was murdered by an illegal immigrant in California.
I love the fact that they claim that he couldn't spend time with his family. It sounds to me like your family didn't want to spend time with you, dude. Family left the White House. They could have stayed. No, you go ahead. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to rub peanut butter on my belly and watch Fox News.
Whitaker also is a great humanitarian. His hot tub invention for people in wheelchairs. They can't get into hot tubs. Can't get into hot tubs, folks. Did a big difference.
So strong.
I've used TiVo to skip 4 minutes of commercials in the past hour.
Yes, I missed at least 3 new Geico ads. That's how seriously I take the shutdown.
Meanwhile, when we're talking about praising authoritarian dictators, or would-be, or soon-to-be, here's Nikki Haley, perhaps the first female American president. It's right here. You've got it right up there. It's a tweet that she did. She wrote, "Congratulations to Brazil's new president, Bolsonaro. It's great to have another U.S.-friendly leader in South America who will join the fight against dictatorships in Venezuela and Cuba." We're so endangered by these countries, and who clearly understands the danger of China's expanding influence in the region. Just for those who are interested, on day one, Bolsonaro extinguished Food Security Council, which provided food security for people, handed control of Amazon protection and indigenous rights to a huge agribusiness lobby, removed LGBT from human rights protections policies, and dealt with the minimum wage by setting it lower than what was approved by the Congress.
Lower than what had already been set. And
Yep.
just to really underline the hunger thing, one of the accomplishments of the Lula administration was, and this is pretty rare, was, Brazil was on hunger indexes, and it was just eliminated. It went from a serious hunger problem country to we don't have hunger in Brazil anymore by any serious measurable metric. He eliminated that in his presidency. And the second thing is, not only is this an assault on LGBTQ, obviously, but Brazil's actually been a pioneer. There was a long period of time, again, particularly in the aughts when Lula was president and Bush was president, where Brazil was far ahead of us on these issues.
But Michael, you clearly don't understand the need to be to fight these dictatorial,
to
authoritarian
fight dictatorial regimes. You mean like
regimes
like
in our hemisphere,
right? They do things
that are
like
threatening things like feeding their people or whatnot.
Yeah, or giving gay people rights, or also they had a really great breakthrough STD prevention policy, or on the other hand, authoritarian regimes that do things like scan government employees' social media accounts in anticipation of firing them for posts critical of the president, and have publicly proposed just banning protests. And this is also the same government that Dave Rubin went and did a video on in one of their major networks that supports Bolsonaro, and talked about how Brazil has similar problems that we do to with regards to the war.
What you guys got? Bolsonaro
Bolsonaro's-
derangement syndrome down there?
Bolsonaro said in his inauguration that socialism and political correctness were done. He literally used that phrase. It's like when Netanyahu said the regressive left. is
Right,
really
exactly.
you have these. It's literally you have these fascistic, authoritarian, grotesque, murderous leaders, and then they do have moron fail sons watching YouTube.
Yep.
Feeding them lines from people like Dave Rubin. That's an actual
So-called progressives are actually regressive.
Exactly.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
but on the
forget about that.
upside, he's going to get rid of the world's most important carbon sink. So there you go.
Yeah, is China gonna like intervene, and is that what they're talking about?
No, well, here's just I want to just add this point really quick because people get all like with their sort of dumb perspective of not supporting the Kurds in Rojava. I'm also a strong critic, as we all are, of Chinese and Russian imperialism, and Chinese having concentration camps for Uyghurs is something we're going to need to talk more about, I think. But I love any move that Venezuela is making, partnering with the Russians or the Chinese or the Nicaraguans, that blocks U.S. military plans in Latin America. Wherever you can get a partnership for yourself to keep your country from being invaded or undermined, I say take it. That's great. So China might be playing an indirect positive role with regards to at least keeping away a coup-hungry United States.